crotch watcher.
Accents.
Egg chips.
Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome. Fremde. Étranger. Stranger. Glücklich. Je sais and je suis enchanté. I can't do accents, but maybe I can sing them in a play. Versagen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sitting on the bench. Writing's really hard. We need another snack. And that is just a fact. Oh.
Hi, this is Shauna.
And this is Tricia.
This is Two Girls on a Bench.
That sounded Swedish. The podcast. Orka Borken.
So we write on the bench.
We snack on the bench.
And most of all, we procrastinate on the bench.
The bench.
No, now Tricia is trying to learn accents. That's a new procrastination technique.
It's a huge time suck. It is a time suck. I can't do it. It sounds horrible.
It's like become like your second hobby.
It's my second hobby now.
You should see these videos that she's watching, people. It's so funny. Oh my God. The accent thing is our favorite now. The funny thing is, years ago, I was like, you can do a good German accent. I don't know why I said that to you.
You were very drunk.
Well, we were making a video for my mom, and my parents lived in Germany. We were doing, it's a long story, but it was for her birthday.
All I kept doing was offering beer. I think I only knew like 2 words.
But the outtakes were hilarious from that. Because you would come in and say like Farfenugen.
Yes.
Like, but she was supposed to be a German waitress in a bar, like coming back and forth and serving us. Yes. It was a video we made.
And you were your mom, and like Edgar was your dad, and
my mom.
No, it was your mom drinking guys under the table in Germany.
And so I was
drinking. Were her.
And then your accent got better and
got
better.
So good. I know you're like, you've always been good at a German accent. I'm like, okay. I don't know what you listen to. But my accent is no good.
Okay, wait.
Or?
So before let's do the quote, and then we'll go back to this. Because there's a video that we're going to play the audio.
So much fun. Okay. Oh, the quote. That's on me.
Quote. You have a quote.
It's on me. So for some reason, I got curious about what Lady Gaga's armpit tattoo said. Not armpit, but near her armpit. Forearm. No, that's not a forearm. Bicep.
But like under bicep. Tricep? Tricep.
Her tricep.
Is that your tricep? Yeah, no, mine's flabby.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not
here.
putting anything on there.
Your tricep's like over here.
But what's the underside of your arm called?
The flabby part, but not for her.
She looks
great.
For her,
it's just the part you can tattoo and not worry about it getting flabby because you're Lady Gaga.
Okay, whatever, Gaga. Thanks.
It's Renier Marie Rilke. The tattoo is translated to: confess to yourself in the deepest hour of the night whether you would have to die if you were forbidden to write. Dig deep into your heart where the answer spreads to its roots in your being and ask yourself solemnly, must I write?
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know why it just like stuck with me.
No,
like,
it's
that's
so
really good.
It's really cool. It's also very long.
It's a big.
I'm like,
that's a lot of words.
You read it to me, and I was like, that's a long ass quote to have. Tattooed.
It's not like laugh, live, love, like on her arm. And if you look at it,
and she's not really so much a laugh, live, love kind of person.
Not so much. Hashtag blessed. No. So if you look at it, it looks like bars of music, which is what I always thought it was.
It's actually really cool.
Like
the
lines.
Design. It doesn't look like just words,
but it is writing. And if you, I zoomed into it, but it's actually in German, which is why
it's in German on her tattoo?
Yeah. So it's translated for the
Does she
speak
German?
I don't know, but she must like Rilke.
Yeah.
Rilke.
I
was trying to do this thing.
We did a quote from him before, and we did the same thing where we had to look up how to say his name.
Yes, we did. We won't do that again.
So.
All right, moving on.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
New podcast. Just kidding.
So
hi, everybody.
Yes.
We're back. I'm back. Yes. I was gone for a long time.
We didn't really, I was supposed to release another flashback this week, and I didn't, and I'm sorry this last week, but that's okay.
It's the summer, and it's been kind of jacked up, and next year I think we're going to have to take a summer break for real because...
Yeah,
and like tell everybody
something else out
because it just has been really
or like
hard.
During
also,
the summer,
I'm not supposed to get sick during the summer, so that was a thing.
Maybe we need to do like every other week during the summer or some. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but it has been kind of crazy, and maybe it's just that's just what's happening right now. Like, you got sick.
It could be
tore my ligament.
Could be another time of year. Why
Yeah.
did I even say
Shut
a month?
up.
Why did I even do that?
Don't jinx us.
I know.
We have a lot to do in
so much
August and
shit going
September.
on. Okay.
So that was the news.
So I will quickly tell the sad story of why I was out for so long.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
I'm going to get my tiny violin.
It's so boring.
It's actually a tiny kazoo.
You were being really nice to me. At one point, I was laughing because you texted me. You're going to play a tiny kazoo?
I'm going to play a tiny kazoo.
Okay. So you texted me.
It's the saddest musical I can think of.
Oh my God.
And your bladder was fucked up for several weeks.
And maybe forever.
And forever.
Yeah. Okay. So
Sorry.
I thought I had a bladder infection, and I did. And then I took medicine, and it didn't go away. And I went back, and I still had it. And then I took a stronger medicine, and then I went to various doctors and ERs because I was having a hard time.
You were at the ER like twice.
And
like,
then
legitimately like in there with IVs and shit. Like,
yeah, I had an IV.
I wasn't cool.
And then I don't even want to tell you what this chick did to my hand.
Oh, no.
She tried to do a thing on my, and then the whole thing was
worst.
swollen, Tricia, and like my whole hand was
You have
black
such
and blue.
thin hands. She has like these beautiful.
And she didn't even apologize. Okay, let's
Lilliputian
just,
hands.
we cannot talk about the hospital. Okay, so then I was like, maybe I have kidney stones because like I thought there were stones in my.
I mean, I saw a picture and
this is pretty gross,
thought it was
guys.
stones.
But I mean, this is like stuff that is not fun. And so finally, I was like, went to my doctor this week, and I'm like doing better, but like I still have a bladder problem.
Your problems at home.
Everybody wants to hear about it. No, but so then Tricia's like sending me texts, and it's just like, how's your bladder? That's all it would say. And then she keeps telling me it's my spleen. Like every single time, she's all, maybe it's your spleen. Because I was like, well, it's not my kidneys. And then she's like, maybe it's your spleen.
I'm just making jokes.
And I'm like, the spleen's not in the area.
Because remember when I got sick and I was like, it's probably my spleen?
Yeah.
I legitimately researched that on WebMD. I had like a pain in the right spot and like a pain in my shoulder.
Yeah, it's the
and
other
like
side.
A cough. And so
Yeah.
I was like, maybe it's my spleen, but I was serious.
Do you watch Jessica Jones?
No.
I
just started watching
She got
it.
stabbed in her spleen at one point, and they had to take it out. And then
Okay.
everybody was doing that thing where they're like, "What's it for? What's your spleen for?" Like, you know, how you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like your gallbladder, like how come, and like your appendix. Like, why can you live without all these
I
things,
don't
but
know.
they're there and
I
they
kinda
cause
wanna just
major problems?
Go in, have them all taken. Like when I had my C-section, I should have been like, remove, just
the gallbladder, the appendix.
throw one kidney on ice
maybe
for a friend.
spleen.
I don't know. Like,
No, why?
I like to share.
You're like, I have a perfectly good kidney.
Up for grabs.
So that's why I was sick for a long time, everybody. That's why I was gone.
And it's still not solved, and one day we'll solve it.
Or
One day we'll
or
solve
not.
it.
I don't know.
The bladder connection. If anyone's a doctor, is there a doctor in the house?
Please don't respond because that would be so weird.
That would be super weird and gross, and also HIPAA. So don't do
Yeah.
that. But also, yeah.
I mean, I've spent many sleepless nights doing exactly what doctors don't want you to do.
Oh yeah.
I've
Down the
already
rabbit-
had.
That's why my spleen. I knew my
I've had
spleen
like
was
12
inflamed.
illnesses already,
Yeah,
like in
yeah.
my mind.
You at least
and then I
have-
like go to the doctor. And
You
I'm
at
like,
least
hey,
have the most popular illness on house, which is lupus. I
or
swear to God.
Hodgkin's.
Hodgkin's.
Huntington's.
Huntington's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time they diagnose something, they always started with lupus and that one. And I'd be like,
Well, lupus is an autoimmune thing, so it's kind of common.
I know,
actually,
but
I
it
mean,
never
it's
was
not,
that.
It's not.
it was
cool.
always some other weird, I
It
don't
was
know,
always Huntington's disease.
something else. Sometimes it was something else. Sometimes it was just a broken leg and the guy was like, stop doing tests on me. He's like,
I want House to come and like.
he'll
help
be
me
like
out.
popping Vicodin and he'll just be like, Shauna, take 2 of these and call me tomorrow.
And then he'll just be like a total dick to me.
Yeah.
I kind of would like that though.
Oh, I would cry like a baby.
He'd be like, "Well, looks like you have blah blah blah."
He's all,
I
well,
guess
if you
do
had
this.
lived a better lifestyle till now, we wouldn't have to look at your bladder. This little bottle of pills, like. That's not what it sounds like when you
When you eat a bottle of pills.
when you eat a bottle of Vicodin or whatever. Wasn't that what he's taking? Like
Yeah,
codeine
he
or
was
something?
taking- no, I think it was Vicodin. It was
Like
straight up,
whatever.
like just
straight up
doing it.
heroin in a jar. Anyways, I know a lot about heroin.
okay. I guess. You're all the opioid crisis. I don't know if Vicodin's an opioid. That's like Oxycontin.
No, Vicodin's an opioid. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, don't take that, everybody.
Oxycontin, Vicodin, and codeine, I think, are like the big ones for people like abusing them or whatever. Like
I'll take it.
Snorting them.
They like gave me a shot of a painkiller and that like helped.
Probably Demerol.
And they gave me a shot of Topiral. I don't know what it's
Toradol?
called. Yeah, Toradol.
Yeah, that's what I have in my C-section because I can't take morphine.
They gave me Toradol and they gave me a shot of antibiotic, which
that's
I think
weird.
helped to get the...
Toradol is really hard on your kidneys, by the way. Yeah, because when I left the hospital, I was still in pain after that surgery.
They've destroyed me. No,
I wanted more because I was like,
felt better.
I was like, I can't. Codeine kind of makes me sick. Like I can kind of do Vicodin, but then like it gets weird like after a while, and then. I was like, can you just give me a prescription of the Toradol? And they were like, it's hard on your kidneys. And I'm like, but right now I don't care.
Well, maybe like if you take it for
all
a long
the time.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, if I take like one every so often, hurting, when I can't move or until I'm better.
They're like, no.
Until my stitches are
Meanwhile,
out.
like people can get all sorts of shit. You had a responsible doctor, a responsible hospital. They're like, no, you shouldn't do that.
I know.
You're like, okay.
I'm like, thank you for not being my friend.
Through it alone.
I can't ever get anything that I want. I've had doctors straight up just be like, no, you don't need that. Like once I went to the doctor for restless leg syndrome after I saw a fucking commercial, for restless legs. And I was like, guess what? I have had restless leg. I was like so excited. This was a long time ago.
I love
was
that
like
showed
so
up
excited.
to the doctor. You're all, I just saw this commercial.
What?
They're like, oh God.
I was like, it was our doctor that we both had for a while, the short one. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I was like, oh my God.
We've had the same doctors
and
therapists.
Off and on.
Now we don't, but for a while,
we're sharing.
We all just
share the love. It's all who you know. But anyways, I was like, oh my God, I have had this restless leg thing since I was like a teenager. And like I do this, she's like, what do you do to like make it stop when you have that? And I'm like, I do this, I get up and clean, or I stretch, or whatever. My mom used to call it changing the channels. But I'm like, but now there's a pill you can take to make it stop when you have it. And sometimes it's really bad where you just are up all night.
I get it too now that I'm old.
Oh my God. So, and it has to do a lot with like a sore lower back. And so of course she gave me a printout of stretches I could do. And I was like, look, at that point I was like pretty svelte doing yoga and like all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, well, I already know what stretches to do. I want the pill that they put on TV that said it would make it go away. And she's like, you don't need that. It'll just make you tired. I'm like, exactly. So I could sleep. What was the other one? There's a sleep thing.
She's like, but aren't you getting a lot done? Like,
no,
you cleaned your kitchen.
I know.
I mean, you needed to do that, Tricia.
I don't know why I'm like,
do it at 2 a.m.
Why don't I have good luck with doctors? And then I'm just like, okay, I don't get that. And then what's the other thing that people take to sleep? Like Ambien or something?
Oh yeah, that's all crazy.
And that one fucks you up.
Like killing people in the middle of the night when they take that.
I probably shouldn't have that. But I did ask for like some kind of sleep medicine at one point, and it was just like,
take melatonin.
I know.
We've all started taking it.
She told me that too. I was like,
it actually works.
I do take it, and it was a long time ago, and I was just like,
try it again.
Under a lot of stress, like I don't know, I don't want to get like some sympathy, but my dad was like dying of cancer. This was a different doctor, and I was like, I need something to sleep. And they're like,
no.
She wrote. I started to cry in that appointment. And the lady I saw like wrote down some weird shit in her notepad, and I don't know what was going on, but I just left after that. I was like, fine, bye.
I swear to God, I'm
gonna cut that out.
I'm gonna start going to the doctor with you, and I'm just gonna be like,
that was a long.
That's when me being an asshole is good.
Wait, do you remember in my 20s when I was like so afraid to go to the doctor at all? Like I wouldn't go.
You're still like that now.
But now I have a network of. But now
I'm just kidding.
But I do. I'm way more responsible now than I was.
I mean,
then.
I'm not trying to be mean, but you are scared to go to the doctor.
I do have some anxiety, but back in my 20s, like I really was. And then I would pick. I didn't know shit, and I pick a doctor out of a hat because we didn't have like as much access as we do now to everything and research, and you know what I mean. Like you just didn't have that. No, reviews. Yeah. Like I went to this doctor for a physical once. I don't know if I ever even told you this, and it was in like a really bad side of the valley. Like it was kind of a rough area. And you know how towns have good and bad sides. Yeah. This was not like the pretty side. So I was like, okay, well, this is kind of sketchy. And it turned out to be some sort of clinic situation because, of course, I had like no insurance or whatever. And I went in, and do you remember when we were like 7 years old in the 70s or 80s, and there were like those brown tables with the roll of paper at the bottom, and it was like that
Yeah.
it was the old metal. Yeah, no, it was the oldest equipment I'd ever seen, and we were gonna do like a pap smear or something.
Oh no!
And I walked in.
Scary clinic pap smear.
I got in
this
there.
This is like horrifying. We should write a horror movie about this.
Scary
doctor's office.
Yeah, make the light like swinging back and forth. And I was like,
you guys, that's our next thing.
I made up an excuse and I left.
We should do that for all the horror.
That's a good one. Ooh, a scary doctor.
A scary doctor.
Okay, you heard it here. That's perfect because we have to brainstorm about that. So,
okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit,
Right, Club folks. I know it's only July, but Halloween will come fast. Trust us. We know.
Getting your scary ideas together.
Yeah. Well, and today's prompt was a good one for some scariness. I don't know. I didn't read everything that everybody sent, if they're funny or scary or whatever.
Well, we're going to get into them. But
all right,
first,
let's have a snack.
We're going to have a snack.
Movies are bombing all over the country. They are posing as movies you already know. They may be in your theaters, your neighbor's home, or even your own.
Why are you doing that voice?
I don't know. I thought it made me sound cool.
It doesn't.
I'm Jason Bishop, host of the Invasion of the Remake podcast, with co-host Sam Stepanenko and Trish Coughlin. Join us each week as we rotate talking about your favorite films and their not-so-favorite remakes.
We'll also dig deep to find forgotten films that we think are more worthy of remaking, complete with our own fantasy casting.
You can get all 130 episodes and counting on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play Music, TuneIn, Radio, Player FM, and all the best podcast providers, even
frickin' YouTube.
For the low, low price of absolutely nothing. Join the invasion. Subscribe today.
Or we'll blow up your planet.
Give me that snack book. Okay. Go.
This is maybe the most revolutionary snack book that we've ever had.
I don't know. It might be.
Oh my God. Okay.
You guys.
Cost Plus is a cornucopia of fun shit, which I think everyone probably knows. But
they have to buy everything.
They have so much fun, like international food.
All from all over. Where's this from? Oh, it's from Spain.
So we're walking by. I was with Edgar, and we're walking by, and I'm like, okay, so this is a thing. It's Quillo. I know that's the brand. Huevo frito, fried egg, potato chips.
It sounds weird, but it
looks
delicious.
weird, but if you like fried eggs on a potato,
yeah,
it's delicious.
It is.
And when we were in Spain, this is when me and Edgar got all like dreamy about it. He's all get two of them.
When you two were
when
in
I
Spain.
went with him,
and
we
you didn't
went
just have cold eggs all the time. Like
no,
us?
we actually had hot food. We were older. We had more money.
You knew what to do.
I'm all, how do I do this? So we went to this restaurant in Sevilla, and it was like when we were waiting for a train, so we were just like there for like 4 hours. We had to like leave our hotels, one of those weird in between things.
Yeah,
and we were sitting there, and I think we saw someone else got it. There was like fried potatoes, which are like they make
delicious.
them so good there, like fried potatoes, and just like a couple of fried eggs on top of it, and that's like one of our favorite things now. To
Love
like
it.
it's not really that revolutionary, but like if you make it really good, it's like critical. This tastes just like that.
Yeah, it's so
weird.
Good. It's so good.
I was like,
it's a weird
it's probably
thing.
just gonna because all the chips that we get are flavored. They kind of
taste
just
like
taste
chips.
like chips.
Yeah, doesn't matter
with some sort of salty
or,
salt, and then you're like, kind of tastes
these
like
taste like a fried egg. You guys,
it's so weird.
They don't look like eggs.
They just look like a chip.
Like,
but when you taste it, it totally tastes like a fried egg.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's delicious
and amazing. And Spain,
well done, Spain.
Spain, you got it. You win.
Cheers, Spain.
We had like a snack. We should do like a snack book award.
Well, we did. We had another snack because I bought it.
It would be so good.
Again, like kind of how you bought this, just because the name was so.
We should
good.
do a snack book award.
We should do a snack book
like an annual
award.
snack book award.
What? You heard it here.
Hey everybody,
TM.
we So I guess we just work out stuff while we're on the podcast here. We don't think about anything in advance.
There's no surprises.
We just come up with shit as we're going. So
it sounds like writers.
But this is like way high up there.
It's really
It's
yummy.
up there
It's
as
really
far as
good.
winning.
Especially with creativity. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not.
We have a few.
Yeah, we have a categories.
Yep. Tastes exactly like what it says it is.
Yeah, it's really yummy. So I found a brand of popcorn called Resting Snack Face popcorn,
God.
and I bought it
So awesome.
because of the name, and it's caramel corn, and unfortunately,
It's stale.
it's stale. I got it at Home Goods, which I mean, it's hit or miss. We've gotten a lot of different things from like the Home Goods chain.
If you don't package popcorn right though,
Yeah.
it like
It's almost like they packaged it a day late or something, and
you have to like do. I
Didn't
don't
work
know
out.
what you're supposed to do, but
yeah,
there's
I don't
brands
know.
that you get where it's like really good.
It would be good if it would be good caramel corn if it wasn't stale. It's just
I'm
and
still
we're
eating it. You'll
Yeah,
eat stale popcorn. It's like Cracker Jacks. You're like,
Yeah.
it's all right, but
this tastes like Cracker Jacks. This tastes. I bought a box of Cracker Jacks like at the liquor store one day because I was like grabbing a drink or something, and it sounds like I was grabbing like
you're all
a 40
you're all when I get my 40 after work every
in
day.
my brown paper bag sitting outside on the curb with the day workers. Like, no. So I saw Cracker Jacks and I was like so excited, and they don't have any packaging at all. They're just in the cardboard box without any seal at all, which is why I think they're so stale, because air can get into the cardboard box. And they were horrible. I brought them home for the
They're
kids.
so bad.
And I was like, Cracker Jacks, this! Like, I have such good memories of that
We
as a
all do
kid.
because there was a prize.
Yes.
And there weren't prizes everywhere.
It was
when we were
always a
kids.
magnifying glass.
There was not like a freaking toy.
Yeah.
Every time you went to a restaurant,
No.
or like
There is now.
crayons and something to color on. There was
No.
never anything when we were kids.
No.
So if you got like one prize
Yeah.
in something, you were like,
Obsessed with it.
"This is the coolest thing."
Well,
in
like
the
fighting
entire
over,
world.
I know you didn't have siblings, but fighting over the cereal box, if you ever did get the chance, like we rarely had that at my family, like getting tricks. And there was like
a
a
prize.
prize. Oh my God. Like it
They
was
don't really
war.
They don't do that anymore.
No,
in
there's
cereal.
no cereal prizes.
because you can get like a big toy at McDonald's.
well, now
for
it's,
getting a meal.
I know. Now it's like everything on a cereal box. If I had got, like Lucky Charms or whatever, it's always
like
like
drawing.
scan. Well, there's a
Oh.
drawing thing usually. And I always used to want to read all the boxes, like have them out.
Yeah,
on
I
the
used to do that too.
But there's like now it's like scan something online to get something, and I never
It's like
do
so
it.
annoying.
Or like there's
they're
a
all, no one
coupon
will do
inside of
this.
it, or it's like so stupid. I'm like somebody is like doing that with all the cereal and getting all the prizes. 'Cause
Okay,
I'm not.
let's just say whenever it's like, that's why like you guys, thank you for voting for us for the podcast award, because like
Yes.
when I have to do an extra step to do anything, I like bail on it. So
Yes.
like I had this thing where I used to get points at Jamba Juice, like you'd type in your phone number on a little pad, and so I went to Jamba Juice
Like the grocery
yesterday
store. Yeah,
with my daughter,
on your little card.
and then we were like, I'm like, oh, can I put in my code? And she goes, oh, it's on an app now, and I was like, never
Really,
mind.
another app.
And
I'm
I
so
just-
excited.
I was like, ugh. I
Should
was
make
like,
a
never
snack-
mind.
we
And
should
then
make
I
a
was
snack
like,
app.
well, then after that, I was like, that's how they get away with it now. They make it like one step harder. And if you're like, cool, you'll do it. If you're
Right.
like, I
You're
don't
like,
want
the
to
discount's not worth the 10 minutes it'll take me to do that.
set it up,
Yeah.
fucking make a password that I'll forget
Yeah.
for Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
The password will be like juice. Like, how am I, like, I can't get
Juice 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I cannot have another password. And it's like,
I finally set up the Starbucks
critical.
app, and it's taken me like what 10 years.
oh,
to
that
finally
one
do
I
that.
love. I do use that one.
I'm doing that now, but
Because you can add
I never
money on
wanted
it
to do
and shit.
it
Oh.
before. It was
like it.
annoying to me. I was like, why do I have to pay with this when I could pay
My
with this?
kids like Starbucks a lot.
but
so
now
it's like,
I've got some free stuff, and I'm like, oh, I did it with Fandango.
oh, the free stuff is good.
Yes. Well, I did it with Fandango, and I've
you have
gone to
to
the movies
wait?
a couple times and had like a free popcorn.
Oh, you do that with like AMC too.
Yeah.
Now, why are we giving everybody all this free
I don't
advertising?
know.
God damn it.
We need to get some. I'm gonna beep all that
Starbucks,
out.
Fandango, and who else was it? Jamba Juice.
Jamba
Well,
Juice.
Jamba Juice. I don't know, you guys. You
We're
made it
not
hard for
crazy
me.
about your app, Jamba Juice,
But we did have some wheatgrass. My kids like wheatgrass. It's so weird.
it's yummy. I like
We've
it.
always all like got when we used to go there all together and we would all get a shot. It's
Yeah.
like so funny. And
I like those new drinks they have. Those new carrot cooler with like cucumber in it and stuff. That carrot.
I feel like maybe they don't
Yummy.
have that now.
I had it the last time we went, which
Was a long time ago?
It was the summer.
Oh, maybe they do still have it.
In fact, I texted you what I got, and you were like, "I get that all the time." So you're lying right now.
Was that recent? I feel like that was a long time ago.
That was
Tricia.
like in May.
I don't know.
I don't
before
either.
the app.
It was 10 years ago. No, it was with my kids because they both got like
No, I know. I'm just
strawberry.
kidding. I don't know because they were doing a whole juice thing, but I don't know if they do that anymore.
Huh. They will. I think they do.
You know, I wasn't really looking very closely at the menu because I wasn't getting anything.
I didn't want a big like fruity thing. I wanted like a fresh
Yeah, you don't want like
juice or whatever.
sherbet.
Yeah, and my kids had like a cup of sherbet essentially, but melted sherbet.
with some strawberries.
Well, it's healthy for you.
All right, everybody. This is the best snack book
Fried egg chips.
maybe ever. I don't know.
Pretty crazy.
It's like hand cooked.
Like if something's not good, you throw a fried egg on it.
And you know what's
suddenly
funny?
yummy.
In Spain, they call potatoes patatas because in Mexico, they call them papas, which is funny. I forgot about that. Patatas. Anyway, it's very exciting. Oh, look, is this German? Can you read this?
I can read German. Wait,
is that
what?
German though? I don't know
Where
if it's
does it
German
say that?
on the bottom and like
Ingredient,
ingredients.
Kartoffeln, Wilkohl, Feig,
That might be like Swedish or something, actually.
I can't
Although
even read it. I need my
German would make more sense.
Magnifying glass. Let's see. It says DK, so I think it's Danish because it says España, USA, and DK. So ingredients. So I think I'm Danish.
Denmark.
Yeah,
maybe.
Kartoffel for
We don't speak Danish either.
Steig arg Gardenskrak. That's just German coming out because I've been practicing.
That's just a really good Danish accent.
I don't speak Danish at all.
Anyway, you guys.
Speaking of speaking.
We're going to put a picture of this up. If you ever have a chance to go to Cost Plus, because I honestly don't know where else you would get this.
Maybe the internet.
And you like fried eggs.
Yeah.
Because you have to like fried eggs.
Did they have
Otherwise,
other
you'll be
flavors?
like, gross. That was the only one I saw. I mean, I didn't
Huh.
really look because I was so spellbound by that I couldn't even.
You were like, my job here is done.
I have to take some to Edgar because he's like, should we get another bag? And I'm like, let's try them first in case they're not
You
good.
should take the leftovers to him. He's going to be like, tell him to dip it in beans.
He's going to.
Sounds really good. Or salsa even. Like,
You know who'd be so proud if we did that?
Larry.
If only Larry knew.
Scary Larry.
He's all, I bet Shauna and Edgar dip these in beans.
like he would
like
never
everything,
even.
everything we do.
Every day when you wear your sombreros and you have
We
beans.
sit down and we're like.
You have to go back and listen to Cranberry Sandwiches to understand, or Cranberry something, the episode to understand what we're talking about. But
Oh, yeah.
it's like a little bit of an inside joke. Anyways.
you gotta listen to our podcast.
Gotta listen to the podcast.
Okay, bye. Okay, wait. No, we're gonna do Right Club. Just kidding.
That's right. Okay, let's do it. Right Club.
Welcome to the Bench Right Club. The first rule of Right Club is you do not write about Right Club.
The second rule of Right Club is you do not write about Right Club. Right Club. All right, so we have 3 entries today. One from Kayla, one from Bret-Jordan, and one from Terry Stories 2121.
Stories.
Yes, so thank you all for being our benchlings and entering the Bench Right Club. And I was just asking Shauna if when I read Bret-Jordan's, I should read it in a country accent.
And I was like, what's a country accent? Like a southern accent?
Like my city accent? my country accent. I don't know.
No.
Really bad.
I remember in college.
I can't do a country accent when I'm trying to do a German accent. Like
I don't even know what that accent is.
it's not any country at all or state.
No,
sorry,
I remember
anyone ever
in any country.
in any country in the world. I'm sorry.
country.
My apologies beforehand if I offend anyone with this. I'm just being funny. Okay.
Yeah.
See the part about voting for us for the comedy award.
See the comedy
back to
portion.
that.
So, like,
All right.
when I was in college, I did a 1-act. Do you remember this? Where we did Chekhov.
Yes.
But it was set in the South.
Yes.
And so with your old boyfriend. He was your boyfriend at the time. He was hilarious.
He
too.
was
He was
really
really
funny.
funny.
He was good at accents as well.
So we
I
were
mean, not
he
as
was-
well. Oh, he was good at accents on his own.
I was I okay in that one?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
were
remember.
fine.
I did a Southern accent.
I remember I went to see it.
I
and
had to
then
learn it though.
Afterwards, we got in a huge fight because he accused me of looking at the other actor's crotch the whole time. Wasn't there another guy in it? It was you and...
Yeah, but that's weird.
It was super weird because that's not kind of girl I am.
What a dork.
We got in a big fight about it. It was all about how he was
watching
me.
Crotch.
He was watching me from behind the scenery, I guess, when he wasn't on stage.
And your head was only looking down.
He said that I was looking at this guy's crotch the whole time. Okay, first of all,
Was it a costume thing where you were like, that's like not
those
right?
pants are too tight? No, I don't remember anything at all about that. I was like, I was? And then I was saying I wasn't, and I forgot about this till just now. And he was like so mad that I was looking at his crotch, and he wanted to know why. And I'm like, how do you know I was looking at his crotch? Like, where you weren't even on the stage. You can't look
and you
at
shouldn't
me
have been looking at me anyway.
during the play. He was backstage, like looking between a crack in the scenery, which in itself is a little bit creepy. I'm like, can we address the creepiness of you first before we talk about how I'm a crotch starer? And if I am staring at someone's crotch, who cares? Like, I can stare at a crotch if I want to.
I guess he was looking to see what your reaction was.
And it his crotch. My crotch reaction wasn't big enough. Like, I don't know what was happening.
There was no crotch thing going on in that play, though.
Not for me.
Wasn't. No, but not for anyone.
I mean, at that
it
point in my
wasn't
life,
like his crotch.
Let's face it, I wasn't really even into crotches that much. Like, come on. I had other things on my mind.
Oh my God. That is so ridiculous. I can't deal with it.
I would probably be more apt to stare at a large set of boobs than I would someone's crotch out of curiosity or just admiration. But like, I could care less what what a man's crotch looks
Unless
like.
you were doing the costumes and you
And
were
then
like,
I'm
those
like-
are too tight. But
then
that's
I'm
if you
very
were
much
the
paying
designer.
attention to like the
everything.
style and whatever. I don't know if he was wearing tight jeans and I was like intrigued by the lump, or I don't know. I was like, he dresses left. Look at him go. Oh, good for you. Good for you. I will not say his name. No. And I'm sure he had a very
my
nice
God.
crotch. And he was a really good looking guy. But again, even faced with a naked man in my art
okay.
class,
This is getting
just
way-
going in different.
No,
but
no.
wait. One time, my first time drawing a full nude in art class in college, this is around the same time. I drew the whole guy. I'd only drawn women and still lifes. So it was our first time with a big naked guy. Okay. I mean, big naked guy. But he was just this like really muscular, I don't know, this was a really beautiful man. But anyways, so I drew the whole man, and at the end of the class on my paper,
There's a big hole.
there was
where
just a
his
big
penis should be.
space where his penis should be. And my teacher's like, eventually you're going to have to look at it. And I'm just putting that out there as proof that I was not a crotch-looking person when it came to men. I'm not a
Crotch watcher.
not a
Crotch watcher. Oh my God.
So
Crotch watcher.
she was like, next time you're going to have to start with the crotch. And I was like, God damn it. Like, it's just, I
Well, then
don't
you
know
would
why.
get it out of the way.
Like looking at the woman's body, because I have a woman's body,
Yeah,
so it
well-
didn't bother me. But like staring at someone to get like where the lines are, and like one of her things was like you pretend you're an ant crawling along whatever you're drawing to get the shape. And so I couldn't get that out of my head because I was like, I'm an ant crawling on his
You're
dick.
all,
Ah. Eventually, I did draw some big penises. Well, all different sized penises. I remember showing my mother my
oh my
artwork.
God, this is getting
She was like,
really insane.
he is a very handsome man. And this was a picture of just his torso.
She's haunted some time alone with.
So, yeah.
Oh my
Anyways,
God, that went
It's called a tangent.
crotch watcher.
Crotch-tastic.
I'm gonna call you a crotch watcher forever.
Crotch water.
That is, I can't believe I didn't know that story.
I forgot about it.
How
till-
did it-
It just popped
I've
in my
never
head
heard
when you
that.
said that. I was like, I suddenly remembered the play, what it looked like, what the set looked like, what you guys looked like, what you sounded like, and then I remembered the crotch fight. That sounds like a whole different kind of fight.
Oh my God.
Okay, so there's your tangent for today.
Oh my God,
All right,
you guys.
moving
Okay,
on.
I'm gonna read
Now that you're nice and warmed up. Okay, going back to the play though, it was set,
in the
it-
South.
but wasn't it called the same title or similar.
What are you talking about?
I thought.
No, nuclear winter.
Oh, you're just talking about accents. Sorry.
Sorry, we don't.
I don't know what accent
Maybe
that
it
was.
should be like name that accent that Tricia's trying to do. Like the country one was like, well, country accent.
Oh, apparently I sounded like a mixture of Swedish and Italian when I read the writing prompt from Kayla on the last podcast.
Yeah, you didn't. You were because you weren't into the full like Mamma Mia.
I was alone too, so it's like
hard to do
it
stuff
just went
alone.
off the rails.
Alone.
So when they said that when Bret-Jordan commented on Facebook that it sounded like a mix of Italian and Swedish, like whatever, I put a picture of the Swedish chef. I started to be like, what? I thought I did a good job. And then I was just like, oh, fuck it. Orca Borgen. Like,
Why don't you read his first, actually?
okay, Brett,
Because then it'll just be.
who probably didn't follow the rules at all, but that's okay. We still love you. What accent should I do?
Just a normal Tricia accent. Don't do a
The
country
tip
accent.
of the teeth, the lips, the mouth. Okay.
The tip of the tongue.
I know.
What are you doing?
If I was a vampire, it would be the tip of the teeth. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
this
so
accent
bad.
thing is the best.
Okay. The last time Carol would make fun of me by Bret-Jordan.
Wait, hold on. We didn't read the prompt.
Oh,
But I don't even know where the prompt
I have
is.
it. I have it
Oh,
right
shit.
here. I have it. Oops.
And
Here's the
forward.
right club. Do you want to read it?
It's kind of a long one this time.
Go ahead.
It's summertime and you're swimming with your best friends in the lake near your house. You dive in, but when you come up for air, sorry, I can't see it really. When you come up for air, you feel the chill of winter. Snow is covering the ground and your friends are floating dead next to you. That is so creepy.
It's just something light for summer.
Just a little summer
Just a
ditty.
little summer.
Okay.
Let me get back on our main. Okay. I just want to
Okay.
make sure I'm still recording. Okay. All right. That being said,
Go.
The Last Time Carol Would Make Fun of Me by Bret-Jordan.
Okay.
Late summer sunlight glowed through the bright green leaves of the trees that surrounded the lake. Dark blue water lapped clear waves against the diving platform as my friends swam. I took a deep breath. The warm breeze floated across my skin, breaking the sweltering heat for a moment before I dove into the deep, cool water. From hot to cool, the lake swallowed me whole as I dove deep into its embrace. It was quiet down here. The sounds of summer turned liquid as the haze of the water filled my eyes. I swam deeper, looking back, seeing the light above grow further away. I swam until my lungs could no longer sustain me. Breaking the surface, I drew in a quenching breath and immediately let out a cough of pain. The air was cold. The sky was gray. The trees on the shore had shed their leaves and stood like mourners at a funeral.
That's good.
My friends, now silent, floated amongst the ice that now clung to the surface of the pale blue lake. Dead. I panicked for a moment as my near nakedness drew attention to the surrounding wintered air. The panic subsided when I drew myself upwards to the diving platform. The barren winter landscape opened wide before me. The world was quiet. I began to laugh manically at the idea of what this all could all mean. If what I was seeing was true, that my plan had worked.
Oh,
My plan worked.
wow. That was a good twist.
Brett,
That was a really lovely description of the water
All
and
the
everything. I was like, I want to go
descriptions.
swimming in a lake right now.
the drawing and the quenching breath and letting out a cough of pain. Like, I raced my daughter in the pool at her grandfather's like a week ago, and I was trying to stay under as long as possible. And it does. It hurts when you come up. Like,
Yeah. But
that-
if you're breathing in cold air when you
then
come up,
then it would
that's
really
even,
be
that
a
would
sharp
hurt.
pain. Yeah. And then like the
morning tree thing I love.
oh my god, the trees on the shore had shed their leaves and stood like mourners in a funeral.
Love that.
Like, this is like I wish I wrote that line.
Yeah, that's a great
I had to
line.
stop for a second after I read it.
I
'cause
know. I was
it was
all,
like hard to
"Ugh."
absorb.
That
Like,
was a good one.
Brad, this was beautiful.
Also,
Also,
bad
I don't want
guy.
to be your friend.
I don't want to float dead
I'm
in the
not
water.
going to make fun of you, Brett. Sorry for making fun of you.
Yeah, don't
ever.
make your plan
Then,
work where we're like frozen.
I
dead
know.
people.
I love the twist though.
That was good. I was not
It's a good
expecting
twist.
that. I was like, oh, like no,
Something
what
weird
happened?
happened.
And then it's like he did it.
No, you really handled it in a surprising way. Like I want to use different words when I react to things. I'm trying to change my
You're
self
all.
up.
That was quite delightful. That was good. I liked it. I don't know. I don't have any good words. I don't know,
Oh, Brett, I love that
Hey,
my plan had worked. Okay.
so now I'm going to read Nuclear Winter by Terry Brewer, which we started saying earlier, and then I didn't read it. So
Nope.
sorry about that. We got you really excited, and then we like changed up.
Yep.
Okay. There was a slight resistance as I came to the surface. It was a layer of ice that my head went through, the rest of my naked body breaking things into pieces. I gasped for breath and turned to see where Ethel and Edith were. We dove in together a moment before, but I always could stay down longer. It was a point of pride. Now I saw them, to my right, laying face down in the water. Their own naked bodies, a luminescent white, frozen. Across the lake was a slight hint of snow and the trees overburdened by snow. I swam to the shore, shaking. I was alive. They were dead. They all were dead, weren't they? I was alive and they were dead. They all were dead. I was alone and afraid as the sun started melting the snow from the tree limbs. They had said we were safe. They were wrong. Nuclear winter was upon me. Me alone.
Ooh.
I was terrified of nuclear winter when I was like
Oh,
in middle
God,
school.
yeah.
So that is
Totally.
amazing. I wonder if he's like the same age as us. Because like
Yeah.
there was a period where like when they kept talking about fallout, nuclear war, and we were all scared of Russia and war.
So scared of Russia.
And
all
then when
through
we
the
found
80s?
out about nuclear winter. So Terry, you and I have something in common. I wrote a poem about nuclear winter when I was in middle school because I was terrified of it. And
Right, what you
it
know.
was not as good as this.
Well,
This is much better.
middle school.
This is amazing. I love that you came to that. I wouldn't have thought of that, I don't think. And that's awesome.
No, I wouldn't have either.
Great like take on it.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that people
something that-
come to these. I love that everybody's is different.
I'm just like caught
Because
up
like
on
Brett would have caused the nuclear winter,
right?
whatever. I'm
His
just kidding.
evil person. Yeah,
Maybe he caused
maybe
the nuclear
he caused
winter.
it in a different part of
And
the
then
world.
Terry somewhere
Terry
else
was somewhere else.
alone.
Then they have to find each other at some point. I just caught up
Look
on
at us linking the stars
I know.
together.
So good.
We're all and then he had to call him. Just kidding.
I just caught up on the show Fear of the Walking Dead, and they are dealing with a nuclear situation, which
Oh.
is something in the whole Walking Dead
Spoiler
franchise.
alert.
Well, it's almost like the 8th show or something right now, so probably most people are caught up. I'm like super behind. Oh, anyway, spoiler alert. It's in the preview, the nuclear
I'm just
like
kidding.
towers or whatever.
I haven't
But
watched. I'm
that's
way behind.
something in The Walking Dead that I need to address. That there's like a lot of weird things that they haven't
You need
touched
to
on.
address.
Like
There
what do
are
you
a
do?
few things that we need
Power
to address.
plants with no power are going to melt down. That can't be the only place that's happening in the world. Like when there's no more power and it's all zombies, right? Also, why are there no famous people? Like where's Jennifer Aniston's zombie? Like is she walking around Hollywood? Are
Well,
they
they're
all
not-
in a bunker?
But they're not in Hollywood.
I know, I'm just wondering. Actors live in other
How
states.
will they find out though?
I'm just wondering where all the famous people are.
So
There's
that
a
could
lot of
be-
famous people.
I've always wanted them to do like a pre-Walking
Where's
Dead
the situation
where I want to see what happened
in The Walking Dead? Like, where's the Jersey Shore people? Like, I don't even watch that or know anything about it, but I'm just saying.
I don't want to know where they are.
I'm just saying. Where are the
Okay.
people from the real world? Like, season
the
1.
real.
I can't say that. Real. Okay. Anyways, yes, Terry, I like where that
A
went.
reference from like
I don't know. I've really
so
been
long
thinking
ago?
a lot about. Well, because I don't know what year The Walking Dead zombies started coming, so I'm not sure what was out
it's not clear.
on reality TV yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
It was not the.
That would be a
Real World
cool
season
writing prompt. Is like deal with something they haven't dealt with in all the franchise of The Walking Dead. Like, what haven't they dealt with? Like, as a writer for that
The
show.
Inception story. That's what I want to know. Is like
That's
how
what-
did it start?
Yeah, we don't know that. Fear the Walking Dead touches the closest upon it, like in the first season. But how did
I wanna see-
the infection start?
I want to see a
Yes.
show where like the guy that was in the CDC.
Yes.
Like I want to see that,
That
story.
story.
Yeah.
Me too.
Can
should
someone
write that
do
story.
that?
We should write it, Shauna.
I've been saying that about The Handmaid's Tale too.
Like, how did it? Well, they hint at it.
They
There's
show-
little, and I love when they
But I
showed
was
like
waiting.
the wife's past when she like actually helped make this, and like
God.
yeah, and of Joseph's current guy or whatever. He like helped conceive this world.
All I
Apparently.
wanted to know was Aunt Lydia's backstory.
Oh,
and
that
they
was
finally
amazing.
showed it.
That was amazing.
Like for 2 seasons, I'm like, I just want to know
wanna
Aunt
know
Lydia's
what-
backstory.
yeah.
I'm waiting for
Plus,
it. I'm
I
waiting
love
for it.
her so much.
I do too. She's
Have you watched The
amazing.
Americans? Speaking of being afraid of Russia, the spy show, The Americans.
No,
there's a couple seasons.
A lot of people say it's good, and I just haven't
Shauna,
seen it.
It's so good. She plays a part in it at some point, but it is such a good show, especially because of when we grew up and what we were afraid of. Like it's so good. It's all the spy shit from before there was internet. You know, like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like that stuff.
And Russian accents.
And Russian.
Don't do one.
Oh man, I can't. You can. You can do one.
No,
Do
not
it.
really.
Tell me to give you a warm roll. I don't know why that. What? Some
I'm
warm
so
bread.
scared to do it. Well, I used to work next to a Russian woman, so I used to like listen to her talk.
Say
a lot.
something. Have confidence.
I don't know. I have to think of something to say with words that I can say with an accent. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Like,
I know so well what you mean.
and you were gonna, you were gonna do the thing. Okay, we're way off topic right
Do
now.
a Russian accent. Say fried egg chips.
These are the fried egg chips.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, Kayla, Brett, and Terry, you heard it here. Shauna can do a Russian
I also
accent.
work with another Russian woman. I just like listening to them talk. And I used to listen to
You
like,
can do
Russian
that little
music a
thing
lot.
like that curl their voice kind of does. Like, damn, I can't do it. I have nothing but admiration for Russian accents and Russians in general. All right.
Girl,
It's just
the
like
culture,
me.
the history.
Everybody.
It's
I love all of
fascinating.
you.
Okay, go.
Oh, wait,
do
I
the
was-
German accent. Oh, wait, you have to warm up. Okay.
I gotta zoom in.
She's going to have to like, okay, so practicing the German
I was
accent.
zooming in on this so you can read the not German accent.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're going to read it together. We're going to do like an audio drama right now for Kayla's German
Should've put
inspired.
some sound effects in. All right, I don't think we need sound effects for this, but okay. So Kayla sends like a gauntlet writing prompt, which
A second one,
which she did the Italian Swedish one on the last podcast. So I did that all alone. So now she started this one with the topic of the email is, so how well can you do a German accent? Winky face. I'm like, oh man,
It's on.
it's on, bitch. Okay, Kayla. Don't worry. She doesn't mind when I call her bitch. I don't want to do. This is a 5 steps to a perfect German accent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
What? Step 1. Germans can't pronounce the TH in English. This is why you have to pronounce TH as S or Z or Z.
This is really the greatest
day
day
of
of
my
my life.
So like instead of the,
This is really the greatest day of my life.
that's pretty good.
Was it? You try it. Here.
This, I don't remember what she said.
Thank you so much. This is the greatest day of my life.
This is the greatest day of my,
My
life.
life.
I'm not that good at this one.
No, you're good. Then she says in German, step 2,
Ws, Vs oder Os.
all W's, V's, or O's, if at the beginning of the word are pronounced
Dafür müsst ihr einfach nur eure Schneidezähne
as a
auf die Lippe
V.
pressen.
So press your incisors into your lips like a bunny.
One future.
So ready?
One world, one future.
One word, one future. One word, one future. Why are you laughing? I don't know. That was super good. You do it.
One word, one future.
Okay, you're clearly fucking better at this than me. And I've been practicing by myself too, so that makes it even worse. Okay, let's do another one. Step 3, shit 3.
Vergesst das englische R, das
Forget about the English R. No German can pronounce that. The German R is not rolled like the Spanish one or wowed like the American one. It's simply plain and flat.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong,
Right
but
or
for
wrong?
sure I'm really thinking about this. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but for sure I am really thinking about this.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong, But for sure, I'm really thinking about this. Or this. This. Today we will talk like this. Like this? No, like this. If you know what that's from, I'll send you a sticker.
You know what that's from.
Repeat after me. Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, that's probably enough.
It's not enough.
That's probably enough.
Oh, if you speak everything with a shorter...
Really? Are you sure? I'm not really
That's
sure
American.
what he's actually talking about.
Oh.
Really? Are you sure? I'm not sure what he's actually talking about.
So
I love it when they do an American accent.
We string everything together when we talk. We string everything together. then we talk. Somehow I have a speech impediment too. Like my daughter has to take speech, so that was a together. The R thing is like a speech thing, like dirt.
Like it's the or the duh, right? Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. That's probably
Oh
enough.
my god, you guys!
All right,
This
are
is
you
the
having
best
fun
thing
yet?
that ever
Obviously,
happened.
you guys, you should send this stuff in for Shauna because she can actually do it well. Or if you want hilarity, I'm your
Let's
girl.
go for you.
Okay, I'm a little reading this close. How do you say Libshin? Libshin?
Lipshin? Is it like from Cabaret?
Yeah,
Like
Libshin. Libshin. Étranger, stranger. Yeah.
Okay. Am I reading the first one? I try to keep my mind calm, but his German accent has me flustered.
Keep your eyes closed, Liebchen.
He said in that cool, quiet voice of his.
It is very important that you stay relaxed.
I let my eyelids go slack, and I'm not forcing them closed anymore. I try to focus less on his voice and more on the quiet classical music he has playing in the background.
Good, good.
He continues.
Wunderbar. Now I want you to imagine yourself swimming in a pool, perhaps, or lake, or you are with friends. It is a warm summer day, or...
That's it. I can see it. The trees are all green, not a hint of autumn color in the leaves overhead.
Yes. Now, let the pool be your fears. Your friends are with you, and they are supporting you as you dive deep. Face your fear of always being late.
I dive in. I can feel the warmth of water, but I hear a bell, and it all goes cold, fast. I turn in the water. I can't breathe. I don't know which way is up. I swim frantically until finally I breach the surface. I feel the chill of winter. Snow is covering the ground, and my friends are floating dead next to me. I'm afraid, but my time is up.
The end. Und Ende. Willkommen, bienvenue.
You know what was really good, Kayla, though, is that you wrote the accent so that you didn't have to
that
figure it
helped.
out.
Yeah.
Because you sounded
Actually,
pretty good.
Before I read this, because I did read it once, just to make sure, and I had watched a video already about the V thing, and then also Germans tend to say "or" at the end of every sentence, so it's like, "I really want to be here," or they let it hang like that. It was just why I did that, and you're like, "No, that's it."
I know. I was like, huh?
I learned it on this. I
She
learned
learned
it on this
really-
YouTube channel. So I'll put a link to this YouTube channel, and I should probably subscribe to her. She's got a lot of 74,000 views on this.
I like it
5
when
steps to a German
they
accent.
do an American accent. 'Cause
I love
sounds
it.
so stupid all the time.
I also like how she does. Her name's Carrie. How she does. Her whole thing is easy German. Like she has a Patreon actually. Wow. But how she does. She says the steps in German, so you're listening to the language, and then she pulls herself out of it and does an English accent the wrong way and then the right way on some of those examples, and then she's got a guy with her that's learning it, which I thought that was cool. So kudos, 74,000 view German accent girl.
This is amazing. This was a lot of
It is
fun.
amazing. I can't do it. Now I'm just using my tongue in the wrong way.
It is amazing. I don't think you have to do
It
the
is
on the
amazing. I don't.
Oh.
I just get overzealous about my Z's.
You know what it reminds me of is when people Okay, in Spain, Castilian
Oh, the-
Spanish, Castellano.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. But people,
The
when people
thrusting.
make jokes about it, they do it on everything, but they actually only do it on the Z's and C's.
Oh.
So if you were going to say, okay, so they call juice zumo instead of jugo, like we do in Mexico. So they would say zumo.
Fumo.
So it's like this weird thing, but like then people start doing it with S's, and I'm like, that's not. It's weird because you learn that when you're there. Like it's only on the Z's and C's that they do the th sound.
Huh.
It's so weird. But
I'm
it's-
excited for the next writing prompt because I bet there's going to be some Russian shit involved.
I would. I mean, I like.
Little Russian
I would like
accent.
to get good at that. I don't know what I would use it for.
You know what I was looking for? I only kept finding these little YouTube videos with just like a little bit. I was looking for like a repeat and response how to learn Italian tape like we had when we were going to go to Italy. And it was
yeah.
like, or we were trying to learn French real quick in like a week before we
It
went
was
to
like,
France.
Pierre.
Yeah. Monsieur. Like, Senor Vincent. Like, something like that. Like, but so, like, I wanted to
No,
be like
but
that
it's
so I
not
could repeat
senor.
it. It's not senor.
It was Monsieur Vincent.
Monsieur Vincent. I can't do it. Anything.
You're all seniors.
I just mixed it up. Well, we went to Spain and France,
Okay,
so there you
it
go.
was a lot of confusion.
Plus, my Spanish teacher told me if I learned Spanish, I could speak Spanish in Italy and France and get by, and that's a fucking
the
lie.
only thing I learned how to say where Illy was, I was like, due quattro formaggio.
Yes.
It was like two
And a
pieces
million
of
lira.
cheese pizza.
Do it too, because there was
Due.
always two of us.
Yeah.
For some reason, I would always stand back and make Shauna order shit too in Italian and French.
Like I knew what I
like
was
she knew
doing.
what she was doing. And
Never.
And here's the other thing we did that was
And
stupid.
I would speak Spanish sometimes accidentally because it was the only other language I knew. But you can't do that in
You
Italy
can't.
and France.
That's a fucking lie. So the other thing that we would do, which is you don't have to do this when you travel, we've discovered, is try to speak the language even though we didn't know it at all. Like we were trying to speak Italy.
Yeah, it's not like we were.
We're trying to speak Italian in Italy. I misspoke. Because we thought it would be polite and we wouldn't be like asshole Americans. But instead we were just asshole Americans trying to speak Italian, which was worse, I
Sorry, I'm
think.
eating an egg.
And it was before there were apps where they would like translate it for you out loud. We had our Let's Go book and like a fucking tape
like a
of
dictionary.
a dictionary and a cassette tape of like how to do an accent. Remember when we were learning an English accent in college and we
Yeah.
had a cassette tape? That's what I want. Like
And it was like
a response.
the water, and
Yeah.
then it was like the water.
The water is cold. The water is cold. Yeah. Well, that's what I need. I need some more of those. I don't need Rosetta Stone for languages. I need Rosetta Stone for accents. Okay? So when I'm driving in my car, maybe there's a podcast about this. Who has a podcast about accents? Maybe this girl Carrie does. I'm like, Carrie, I need more calling. I need a space so I can respond, but keep your video playing. Do you hear me?
You just pause it.
Do you hear me?
You just pause it, like we were doing.
Shut up.
Well,
Stop,
I mean,
stop being like that. When I'm driving, I can't pause YouTube.
Oh, that's true.
I'm probably not supposed to watch YouTube while I'm driving. Just kidding. I don't. Okay. All right. That's enough of that.
Okay, everybody, that was really random but fun.
Thank you for submitting all your beautiful
so
writing.
here's what we learned in Write Club today.
Yes. Trisha can't do a German accent.
No, actually, when you write the accent
Yeah, it works a little bit better.
into the
The
dialogue,
V's,
yeah.
yeah.
And actually, Kayla, you're really good about that because not just accents, but like you write sounds
Yeah,
into
she
your
does.
writing a lot, and it's good because it changes not only when you're reading it aloud, but even if you're reading it in your mind, you still are like doing that accent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is good because it gets you into those other characters.
Absolutely.
We wrote a German character in our screenplay.
Oh my God, we totally did.
Yeah.
I forgot
He
about
was like,
that.
now you.
So you like pounded on the counter. Yeah.
Yes, he was like, and you are where? And then she's like, I'm in Denmark. He's
Yeah.
like, no, you are not in Denmark. But see, I can't do it.
Also, Arthur, I think, from the liquor store was
Russian.
was he Russian? Yeah. He's not German. No, but that was an
That's
acting
funny.
class
We
that
have
we
a
wrote.
screenplay with a lot of accents in it.
We
turns
do,
out.
actually. Yeah.
Okay, great. Bye, everybody.
All right.
And this may have not been like the funniest episode.
I don't know. That crotch story was pretty good. Sometimes we pull it out of our ass. We're going to be at the Outlier Festival in Los Angeles in September.
Yay!
So if you are a podcaster or just a fan, that will be a great place to go. Josh Hallmark is going to be speaking. He's got so many podcasts and is amazing. And you should go. It's really worth it, especially if you're in the Los Angeles area. We got to meet Justine from from the Lady Pod Squad there last year, and a number of people. I think Hannah from Boozy Movies, and
there was like
a whole bunch of
fun.
gals and people.
We're excited about it.
So anyways, that is happening, and listen on Podcoin, because as you all know, when you listen on Podcoin, you're going to be listening to podcasts anyways, right? So you get points or coins for listening, and then you can like donate them to charity, and they like got a big write-up, like the biggest charity donation thing with what they're doing, and it gets podcasts like us and other like local podcasts up on the charts a little bit, like, so that's cool. We were like number 1200 on the Apple podcast charts in like India or something. So it's awesome.
We have a lot of fans, and they are either traveling Americans or they are just international. We don't know.
Or someone's just spamming the hell out of us.
Yeah.
Which we're fine with. That it's okay. What else? Any other announcements? We'll have a Bench Right Club announcement for August in a week. And keep writing.
Keep snacking.
Bye.
Bye.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.
Hi, this is Shauna.
And this is Tricia.
Wait, I can't hear in my headphones.
I can hear. You can't hear in your head?
I can't hear anything in my headphones. I don't think. Hello? Usually I can hear myself in my headphones.
That's weird. What the fuck?
Is it not plugged in?
It's plugged in right here.
Oh, that did it.
Touching the wire did it?
Yeah.
That's always awesome. Yay. Kick the
Hi.
wire. Now it works.
You want to do it again?
Okay, ready? Start over. 3, 2.